hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we're going to do an update on a case that we've covered quite a bit before. Of course, this was last year, 2023, when we last spoke about it, and so there's a lot more Grizzlies here. So I'll do a recap, but I would really highly recommend checking out the videos. There's two of them that I've linked in the description box because it's got all the details from the probable cause affidavit. And you do not want to miss that. This case is absolutely crazy. I was so looking forward to this trial starting on December 2nd. Then I heard that, oh man, okay, they're not even going to stream it. They were only going to stream opening statements, closing arguments, and the verdict. Then they said the trial was going to last 11 weeks. And I'm like, what? But now it's been indefinitely postponed. So I'm going to tell you why that's happened. And we're going to recap what happened here. Who's the victim? Who's this alleged killer, this former dentist? Oh my word. So we're probably going to get a little snarky. Welcome everyone. Welcome to all my mods, patrons, members, subscribers, any locals in chat, anyone from Aurora, Colorado in chat, let us know. Melissa says, I did my homework when I joined your channel, G, so I'm all caught up. Very nice. Thank you so much. Well done to all of you who did your homework. I had the episode that I wanted you to watch pinned before the live stream started. So, and it is in the description box if you didn't do it. I was thinking of reading that whole PCA again, but that would be silly because we already got 2 videos of that. So just go check out those other videos, okay? Otherwise, some people are going to be like, what are you doing? It's just like unbelievable. Unbelievable what this guy has done, okay? Allegedly. What this guy has allegedly done. Please like and share so that others can also find this. Rob says, I'm from Aurora, Minnesota. Okay, that's the wrong Aurora. Aurora, Minnesota. James Craig is from Aurora, Colorado. So, James Tolliver Craig, this is the guy. He was born February 11th of 1978. All the articles say he's 45 years old, but if I do my math, he's 46. If I ask Uncle Google, he's 46. Am I right or what? Okay, so 46 years old. He was married to Angela Craig, and he has been charged with her murder. They had 6 children together. And they lived in Colorado in a beautiful home. There were more pictures that I showed of the home and things like that with some map time in the previous episode. So please do check it out. And he was a dentist and he owned his own practice. In the other videos that are linked, we've gone over some video clips of him promoting his business. So we saw him talking and walking around work and all of that as well. Kerry Peak says, I live in Aurora, Colorado and know some of his patients. Oh my word. And what are his patients saying? This must be so shocking, right? Thank you so much, Kerry. So, all right. Now, those are pictures of him, especially the bottom one, when he was still doing okay. Look at his beautiful family. James Craig, his wife Angela, and they had 6 children together, ranging between the age of 8 and 20. Oh, my word. Angela Craig was born on April 15th of 1979 in Dodge City, Kansas. She married James Craig on December 18th of 1999. They were married for 23 years, lived in Colorado for 15 years, and they had 6 children together. He allegedly had affairs left and right. Sounds like he made her life a living hell, and she wanted to leave many times, but he always begged for her to stay. That's what just gets me in this case. Like, this guy would not let her go. But then he ends up allegedly poisoning her while having an affair. Oh my goodness. She died on March 18th of 2023 at the age of 43 after James Craig allegedly poisoned her protein smoothies with cyanide and tetrahydrozoline. I'm sure if you watch the eye drops murder trial with me, you know what tetrahydrozoline is. We heard that a lot. Eye drops. Put eye drops and cyanide in her protein smoothies so that he could start a new life with a Texas-based orthodontist. Ange loved, this is from her obituary. Let me just quickly make it bigger so we can actually read it together. Ange loved animals, though she was allergic to almost all of them. Food truck, food, mystery television shows, and really anything that could make her laugh. She loved being outside, and she would just tell you that she didn't like to socialize all that much. She was great at talking to people. She read widely, worked on woodworking and other creative projects, and was a passionate student of interior design. Her son says that his mom loved a lot of things, but she didn't have the time for all of them. She had 6 children instead, is what they said. Oh my goodness. Michelle Crawford says, you are correct. I was born same year in December and will be 46. I knew it. Thank you so much. I'm like, why did they all say 45? Yeah, Debs, make your own smoothies. Correct. One must make one's own smoothies. Well, that's what we're saying after this case, right? Just look at him there in that picture on the bottom right-hand corner. Oh my. I mean, he really does look, in hindsight now, obviously, really freaking shady. Like that guy has got a double life and another agenda, doesn't he? No, he's been very, very naughty in jail, and that's what we're getting to today. Okay, so if you've already heard about this case, you know about it, just stick around because we're getting to the updates of what the hell he's been doing in jail and why his trial is now indefinitely postponed. Like, what is I'm like, what does indefinite mean? Like, when? What do you mean? When is it going to be? Oh, this could take years now, you know? Okay, so we go to February of 2023. Look at this jackass on the right-hand side there. Oh man, I just like, he makes me so snarky. On February 27th of 2023, James Craig created a secret email account, jimandwaffles@gmail.com. How dare he ruin waffles for us? Which he only used at work, the Summerbrook Dental Group. His other email was dinosaurjim@me.com. Okay, he used this account to Google how to make a murder look like a heart attack. Is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Yeah, this guy was Googling this. How to make poison. How many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Undetectable poisons. And he searched for the symptoms that Angela was then experiencing once he had ordered the stuff and was putting it in her smoothies, allegedly. So when she was having the symptoms, he kind of wanted to know, well, how long is this going to take? Wow, look at those symptoms. Now what? Wow, okay. So, on YouTube, he also searched top 5 undetectable poisons that show no signs of foul play, how to make poison, and the top deadliest plants they can kill you. Yeah, but Pernille says Uncle Google will get you. You know who else will get you? YouTube. It's interesting. We don't see more of that, actually, right? More YouTube searches. This guy was searching Google and YouTube. Real happy 33. Dinosaur Jim, indeed. That was his main email address, dinosaurjim@me.com. And then he had a top secret email address that he only made at work, on a PC at work, jimandwaffles@gmail.com. And from that email is what he used to Google all of this stuff, right? Crime Curious said, gee, I sent you an email very close to Aurora. Will be attending the trial eventually. Yeah. When will that be? You said happy to help with footage, etc. Thank you so much. I wonder when this trial will be. Oh my goodness. And they probably won't stream it, you know? The state didn't want them streaming it. So it wasn't the defense, it wasn't him, it was actually the state that said they don't want cameras, but the judge decided they would allow it for opening statements, closing arguments, and the verdict. I hope that changes. Stream it. Okay, so we'll follow it. Although, wow, like 11 weeks, that's long. He looked up chemical suppliers in Aurora, Colorado, and used his Jim Craig email to make several orders of poison. We looked this up last time, like, what? Why is he looking up potassium cyanide on Amazon? What do you mean Amazon? He did, on Amazon. Wow, okay. He allegedly used this top secret email address to also communicate with his lover. Because remember, he was having an affair with an orthodontist from Texas. He allegedly even discussed Angela's symptoms with his mistress. His attorneys had argued that there was no direct evidence to prove that he put poison in his wife's smoothie. So he only Googled all that, ordered all that, and then, wow, Angela died from that. That's what the coroner found, that from her toxicology report, that she died from arsenic poisoning. So, I mean, a good one, defense, but now the defense has quit on him. Okay, he's already been through 2 attorneys. The second one is one he hired, and that one quit on him. So we're going to get to that. Veronica says, 22 months, catnip for all your beautiful fur babies. Oh, thank you so much. They got catnip today. They did. So I can't believe that he would, while his wife is dying in hospital, he's discussing the symptoms with his mistress. Oh my word. So he allegedly had tried to poison her 5 years earlier because he said his reason was he planned to take his own life and he didn't want her to stop him. This guy makes up the dumbest reasons, okay? Now, March of 2023. Between March 6th and the 18th of 2023, James Craig was allegedly adding potassium cyanide and tetrahydrozoline to Angela's protein smoothies. We've gone over all the text messages that they put in the PCA as well. It's a 52-page PCA. That's what we read before, so please do watch that video because, my goodness, it's really riveting. Like, you cannot believe what this guy did. It's sickening. And so he liked to make her smoothies. And seeing her messages, it's just so, I'll show you a few of them now, just to remind you as well, in this live stream. It's heartbreaking because she's like, thanks so much for the smoothie. And she's like, it tasted a little bit funny. He's like, all right, I won't drink it then. Wow. So the couple was apparently broke and on the verge of declaring bankruptcy for the second time. But James was, according to Angela, gambling away thousands of dollars even during this stressful time. Angela said that she was suffering from dizziness, headaches, and the feeling of being drugged, beginning on March 6th through the 15th. She became sick multiple times within that week and was admitted to the hospital 3 separate times. While she was dying in the hospital, he literally flew his mistress out. Allegedly, the name is all over the place. It's in the PCA, it's on New York Post, it's publicly available information. But allegedly, it's Karen Kane out from Austin to Denver. Yeah, to spend time with her while his wife was, in the final stages of this poisoning in the hospital. Michelle Crawford said, did the mistress know what he was doing? I asked myself as well, but maybe, I don't know what she thought was wrong with Angela. What did he tell her? That's going to be interesting. And will she testify against him at the trial? That'll be interesting as well. James's office manager is a Grizzly, okay, became suspicious of, I'm saying it because look what they did, became suspicious of him the day that Angela became sick, telling the police that she saw him researching something on his work computer one evening when she was working late. She thought it was odd because he had his own office and PC, but here he was in the dark on some other PC, and she's like, what is he doing? Right, so she started connecting the dots quite quickly of saying, wow. So she told a nurse at the hospital who informed the police because she saw James Craig in this other room using a different computer, and she thought that's weird. And then he had texted her half an hour later. He told her he'd be receiving a package, but instructed her not to open it. So she thought that was weird. I mean, that is weird. She's already like, this guy's acting really shady. What is he doing? And then half an hour later, he's like, by the way, I'm receiving a package. Don't open it. And 2 days later, his wife is so sick in hospital, and he's telling her, I don't think she's going to make it. Wow. Yeah, Stefan says, I wonder, I don't think she knew that. I wonder if she knew that he was broke. I don't know. So that package arrived on the Monday, and another employee accidentally opened it. Good for them. Okay, they didn't know. They didn't get the message. They just saw this package arriving to work. It looked like a normal work package. I mean, this guy ordered cyanide and had it delivered to his workplace. Okay. And he opened it to find a biohazard sticker inside with a potassium cyanide canister. The office manager Googled the symptoms of potassium cyanide poisoning and saw that that's what Angela was suffering from. James would tell her at work that he didn't think his wife was going to make it. His business partner asked why he ordered the potassium cyanide, and James told him it was for the business, but there was no reason to have that in stock. He also ordered oleandrin, which is a poison from the oleander plant, but it never arrived. That was intercepted by the police. And so the thing is that these people, they saw something and they said something. They were really concerned, like, what is going on here? He's acting shady. He's doing something on this computer. Then a package arrives. Someone opens it accidentally. That office manager goes and looks inside the open package, and she's like, holy crap, it's potassium cyanide. Looks up the symptoms. Tells a nurse at the hospital, because at that point, they start visiting Angela in the hospital, like, trying to comfort her, what is happening? Yeah, and unfortunately, she died. That must have been so scary for all these people, right? Blue Giraffe said, I wonder if his new woman was giving him money. You know what? That could be the answer I was looking for earlier, because I'm wondering, how in the hell did James Craig afford to hire this private attorney? Because he first had a public defender. And then I was looking, well, where did that guy go? Oh, he hired an attorney. So how did he pay for that? Who's helping him pay for that? Because he was apparently broke and on the verge of filing for bankruptcy. Didn't get life insurance. He got arrested too fast. So who's paying for that? I hope it's not that woman. Oh my goodness. Okay, so James initially lied. And you know what he told when the coworkers were like, what the hell is this package? He said, no, it was just a ring. Inside that package was a ring that he was going to surprise Angela with. But of course, they confronted him like, it wasn't a ring, dude. So he said, okay, it was cyanide. But it was Angela that wanted it, but she didn't have the credentials to order it. Because his go-to defense is always that she wanted to end her own life. And he was just helping her, order what she wanted. Right. Can you believe that? Whoa. Kerry Peake said his former patients say he is a narcissist. An alleged killer. I can only imagine. Oh my word. Imagine the stories they have and how he behaved there. Wow. Okay. So March 15th of 2023. On the evening of March 15th of 2023, Angela complained of severe headaches and dizziness. She was rushed to the hospital and she was declared medically brain dead shortly after arriving. On March 16th, a search warrant was executed at their home. James gave the police both of their cell phones and the laptop that he used at work. There were many messages between James and Angela about the symptoms that she was suffering. She said, I feel drugged. And he replied, just for the record, I didn't drug you. Yeah, that guy can lie. Based on what he's accused of, right? Nice guy, huh? Angela had visited the hospital 3 times in 10 days complaining of nausea and dizziness, but doctors weren't able to determine what was wrong with her. And we've seen that in cases, poisoning cases, especially the tetrahydrozoline, because he started with the potassium cyanide and then he moved on to the tetrahydrozoline. And yeah, we saw in that eye drops murder trial as well, that they also weren't able to help that victim either. They didn't know what was going on. So after experiencing a severe seizure, she was placed on life support and she died on March 18th of 2023. James obviously didn't want an autopsy performed. This guy, he's just like, no, not that. And they're like, well, we're going to perform one anyway. And so it was conducted, and the Arapahoe County Coroner's Office found that Angela ingested lethal doses of cyanide and tetrahydrozoline, listing arsenic poisoning as a significant condition related to her death. So that's why I'm saying I understand that the defense, well, I don't know, he doesn't have defense attorneys right now and he doesn't want to defend himself. Okay, so that's what the delay is all about right now. But the thing is, the defense saying, well, there's no proof. There's no like video footage or proof or the smoothie bottles or anything to prove that he put that in her smoothies. But the thing is, it was in her body and he ordered it, right? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure a jury will be able to connect those dots. So then when James told his mistress that Angela had died, she allegedly wrote back, I do want to give you any comfort I can, but I do not feel it is right to mix in with all those gathering to mourn Angela either, and I do not want to meet your family as a friend and try to conceal what I feel for you. I wonder what she feels now. James allegedly had several affairs over the years, and he was also allegedly addicted to pornography. Look at this guy. Look at him on the right there. Oh my word. He was arrested on March 19th. Quickly, huh? The next day. Angela died on March 18th. He was arrested on March 19th of 2023. He was charged with first-degree murder and solicitation to commit tampering with physical evidence. He pleaded not guilty, and he was initially held on no bond. However, following a Colorado Supreme Court ruling, the stated judges must set bond in first-degree murder cases due to the repeal of the death penalty in 2020. A bond was set for him, and it was set at $10 million cash. So, yeah, they're making sure that this guy cannot get out, right? So I don't know if he had life insurance on her, but I can only imagine that he did. Right? That would make sense, that he took out life insurance on Angela, and then he thought he's going to have this whole new life, a whole bunch of money, and, he's orthodontist lover. Wow, what about the kids? 6 kids between the age of 8 and 20. I can't imagine how those kids feel. Oh my goodness. The betrayal, just knowing, now again, it's one of those, okay, so they don't have a mom, and now they also don't have a dad. There's the dad now in jail. And doing all sorts including asking one of his daughters to help him hide evidence after he was arrested. Yeah, Kathleen says, what a catch. Barbara says, I didn't do nothing. She did that herself. That seems to be his defense. Wow, so there's his mugshot. Now, $10 million cash is what his bond is still set at. But now the charges start piling up, you know. So, in May of 2024, he was accused of asking a fellow inmate to plant letters in his garage and truck to make it look like his wife was wanting to end her own life. Yeah. And when he asks these fellow inmates, it's inmates that actually got out, they served their time, and then he writes to them. And then these letters get discovered, or, so in some circumstances, because he's done a few things, we're going to go over that now. In that circumstance, the inmate was like, sure, I'll help you. And he went straight to the police. He didn't want to get, good on him. He didn't want to get entangled in all of this. Like, what the hell? I don't want to go back to jail. No, thank you. So, okay, he told on him. So he wrote letters to another former inmate to ask him to help him recruit, and these were his words, attractive 25 to 45-year-old females. Yeah, he wants this former inmate to recruit attractive 25 to 45-year-old females to pretend that they were his mistresses, to say that Angela found out and that she wanted to plot with the mistress to have James framed for an assault or attempted homicide. I had to read that a few times from many different sources, and I'm like, what? Like, who's going to believe that story? So he wants this former inmate to go out into the world, find two attractive 25 to 45-year-old females. He's got a category, all right? Put them on the stand at the trial as witnesses. Pretend that they had an affair with him and that Angela found out and that Angela approached them to say, hey, let's frame this guy for murder. But how does that make sense? Because Angela is the one who died. He did get charged with homicide. Wow. So the letters did not make it out of the jail due to a wrong address. Yeah. So that's how it was discovered. He wrote those letters and totally, even more, incriminated himself. In the letter, he also detailed, because, you know, he's super cool, this guy. He also detailed code names that the former inmate would use to say if he had found anyone willing to lie on the stand at the trial. He instructed him to say Harry Potter if he found one woman, and Captain America if he found two. Oh, One Love says, looks like Karen Kane did an interview discussing her shock and horror of Angela's passing. I think it was on ABC News. I feel like, did we watch that together? If you find the link, please send it to me. Then it will jog my memory. If you guys do your homework and check out the 2 episodes, also let me know. Come back and tell me, did we watch that together? It's sounding familiar. So, oh my word. So, this former inmate's supposed to write back or say on the phone, Harry Potter, just randomly, code words. If he finds one woman to lie for him, Captain America if there's 2. For his help, he would offer him, this former inmate, free dental work for his mother. He wrote to this former inmate, we're family now. Family takes care of each other. This dental work can cost $30,000 to $60,000. Yeah, that's what he offered this guy. Can you believe it? And the guy's like, okay, I'm willing to take up your offer, but also then went to the police. He would offer each attractive email $5,000 to lie on the stand for him. Although, actually, it was that first one that went to the police. I don't know about this one. I don't know, because this letter didn't make it out. But he's asked his daughter, at least 2 former inmates to help him to create all these elaborate plots. Either Angela was trying to frame him for her own murder. That doesn't make any sense. Or all of this. He just comes up with the craziest plans. And remember, he's like, buddy, when I get out, free dental work for your mother. Stefan says, $60K. That is a lot of dental work. What is he talking about? Like, wow. The trial of James Craig was set to start with jury selection on November 21st of 2024. Here we are now, November 27th. And it had already been postponed once or twice before. I think twice. I think it has been postponed twice. Opening statements were set to start on December 2nd, and I was ready. And the trial was scheduled to last for 11 weeks. Isn't that long? Wow. On November 21st, James Craig's attorney, Harvey Steinberg, quit due to a professional conflict. And that was on the day the jury selection was supposed to start. That day, the attorneys just said, I can't. He's quitting due to a professional conflict. The judge allowed the withdrawal under the rule of professional conduct, and James Craig has declined to represent himself, which has indefinitely postponed the case. He has an appearance scheduled for December 16th of 2024 at 8:30 a.m. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, he doesn't have another attorney yet. So, appearance of counsel. Can he find one by then? Like, yeah, steel guitar says gold fillings, right? Caroline says narcissism. Imagine thinking one is so important that random strangers will do felonies for you. Yes. Crime Curious, thank you so much. I wonder if I've seen that. I will have a look at that as well. Thank you so much. All right. So let's see what happens after December 16th. I already wanted to update you a little bit on this in May because I was like, this guy's being naughty. But it's been so much worse. What did he do this time? What did he do to cause his defense attorney now, the one that he hired, and I don't know who helped him pay for it. What did he do this time to make that guy quit? Okay, so the very next day, new charges are being discussed, have been added for James Craig. He was allegedly plotting to have an Aurora police detective, Aurora, Colorado police detective who investigated the case murdered. And he plotted this twice on at least 2 occasions. They didn't say that he named the detective, and they haven't named it anywhere else either. Like, who was the detective? It doesn't really matter, meaning that's what he was plotting. He's like the lead detective, the person investigating this case. He's plotting from jail after all that to have the lead detective murdered. He now faces 2 additional felony charges, including solicitation to commit first-degree murder and solicitation to commit perjury. He once again had contacted a former fellow inmate and asked them to kill the detective for him. So what Caroline just said there, imagine thinking one is so important that random strangers will do felonies for you. Yeah, even murder. Just like, hey, so let's forget about the idea about approaching the 1 or 2 attractive females aged 25 to 45. We'll just drop that plan. That didn't work out. So now let's escalate. Can you get out there and murder the lead detective? Oh, thank you. I mean, what? While he's going to be on trial for murder? Whoa. So his attorney quit, and he's not yet retained a new attorney. He previously had attorney David M. Beller. He left when James hired Steinberg to represent him. The first rule states, the client persists in a course of action involving the lawyer's services that the lawyer reasonably believes is criminal or fraudulent. And the second rule states the client insists upon taking action that the lawyer considers repugnant or with which the lawyer has a fundamental disagreement. So we can read between the lines and be like, oh, so the defense attorney is finding out that he now is asking someone to help him commit murder and he now wants nothing to do with him. Right? Yeah, Stefan's like, recruited a 3rd inmate after the first 2 went straight to the police? The one went to the police. The second one, I think the letter didn't get out. And what about this 3rd time? I don't know if how that was found out. But can you believe this guy? I'm shocked at how he's behaving. I mean, this is really a very, very naughty, alleged killer at this point. So now, that's why the trial is postponed indefinitely. And so let's just quickly look at this article here, where they said, in April of 2024, let me just make it bigger. Craig wrote to a former jail pod mate, and he outlined an elaborate plan for the man to find 1 or 2 women who would be willing to lie to the district attorney and Craig's own lawyers about a supposed affair that they were having with Craig, according to transcripts of the evidentiary hearing obtained by the Denver Gazette. In the letter, Craig advised William Welburn that to keep their relationship secret, he should use code words when they communicated on the jail phone line. Harry Potter if he found 1 woman willing to participate, and Captain America for 2, the transcript showed. Craig had stipulations to his scheme, the court transcript showed. The women involved must be attractive, between the ages of 25 to 45, and must relate the sordid romance to have culminated around Christmas of 2022, 3 months before Angela Craig died. Here's an excerpt from the transcript. 18th Judicial Deputy District Attorney Osama Maghribi. And what was it that Dr. Craig, oh my, they're calling him still Dr. Craig, sis, that Dr. Craig wanted the woman or women to say had happened at that time? Bobby Olson. That Angela had reached out to the said female and that she had caught him cheating again, and that she was done with it, wanted a divorce, and said that she wanted to frame James and to ask if the female would assist her in that, and offered her a large sum of money. Wow, that's some really disgusting victim blaming. He's like, she's a killer. She wanted to kill me. Yeah, that lady that I'm accused of killing, my wife, right, mother of my 6 children. Nah, she was trying to frame me for murder. Like, what? Maghribi. And does, in this letter and job description, does Dr. Craig want the woman or women to have accepted or declined that offer? Olson. To say that they thought it was weird and didn't accept the offer. Yeah, he wants, this guy's imagination. He wants these attractive women on the stand to be like, it was so weird. Angela approaching us, weird. We did not accept. Wow. As a bonus, according to the transcript, Craig promised dental work for Welburn's mother, reasoning that we're family now, family takes care of each other. This dental work can cost $30,000 to $60,000. Craig advised Welburn to use his real name in case the DA and his attorneys would run a background check on him. The letter was addressed to Welburn and his mother. But they never received it. He's like, and to your mother. Huh? Free dental work. Oh, yes. Defense attorney Harvey Steinberg tried to snuff the perjury count, questioning whether it was indeed written by James Craig. Olson said that though she had not examined the letter for DNA or fingerprints, it had been sent to a handwriting examiner. Craig's letter was returned to the Arapahoe County Jail on May 1st of 2024, 2 weeks after it was written, because Craig failed to add Walburn's apartment number. It landed on the desk of a jail staff technician who read it and called Olson. Can you believe that? Okay, so shame. The rest we already know about this. He's facing 1 count of first-degree murder after deliberation, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, and now a perjury charge, which is a Class 5 felony. And they said his trial is scheduled to begin December 2nd after 2 days of jury selection. Well, it is actually December after 2 days. It was last week Thursday, actually. Jury selection was supposed to start. The attorney quit on the spot. So, all right, so we have that, and I just quickly want to show you this. We've gone over these text messages before, but I just want to show it to you again, and I would love it if you go check out the videos I've linked for you, because then you can go over all of them, right? But this is it's a 52-page affidavit, and it details a lot, right? Even messages between friends of Craig and Angela, and them being so worried about her, and him just joking. He's like like a class clown in the situation, which is just horrendous to think about. Oh, wait, it was like this. Something like this? Yeah. Okay, so that was between the friends. Wait, I want to just make sure that you could see this whole thing. Okay, so you're up. I'm nervous about it just being you and the littles today. I'm thinking about being up. Julia's coming for via letter today. Oh, good. What about Nora? So he's just talking here. Okay, let me just go to, wait. I want to go to like some of these. We read through all of these before, as I say. So like this. How are you doing? I feel super tired, but I left my phone on my lap, so I hope I feel it if you text. Okay, thank you. I just want to show you where they actually outlined it, the detectives. I mean, look at him. He's just joking around. Oh, my word, this guy. Just hold on. I want to go. They've actually put a box around one of them. So many of these text messages that I want to show you. Go. Oh, those are his searches. Sorry about that. I thought it was on the right page. Where's the box that they put around when she says, I feel drugged? Awkward. Stand by. These messages are unbelievable. Sis, I can't, there we go. He's, while his wife He's allegedly poisoning her. She's suffering from the symptoms, right? And she eventually dies from that poisoning. So she's suffering in the hospital. He's still going to work and he's still having his affair and doing his thing. But he's pretending to care about her by texting her like, okay, if you do end up wanting me to come home, I'll bring one. I have a bottle of magnesium in my second drawer down on the left side of my sink. Take one of those. Have you eaten anything? She says, I had my protein shake and magnesium makes me weird. This is not hungry. He says, are you nauseous? No, I feel drugged. He says, given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you. I'm super worried though. You really looked pale before I left, like in your lips even. He is literally trying to console her while she's suffering from the poisoning. Janet says, nut butt. Caroline says, this guy has a few loose fillings. Sheesh. Janet says, nut butt. They lived in Aurora, Colorado. Yes, somebody's asking. M. Cole, did they live in Aurora? Aurora, Colorado. Wow. Golden Spotted says, OMG, if my text messages ever get national attention, I am the most sarcastic, swearing texter. Please let it never get national attention. Don't do anything. Don't do anything like this ever. Okay, so now he writes, I was plugging your symptoms into Google and stroke matches some of what you're describing. Do you have weakness in your whole body or just on one side? And is it both eyes or just one that feel blurry? And she wrote, it feels like my whole body and it's tingly and my eyes are struggling to focus. Are you still laying down? She says, I got in my bed. Okay, good. My whole body feels so heavy. He says something's really wrong. I'm coming home with a blood pressure cuff. If nothing else, I can at least help the girls stay on track while you rest. She said, please come get the dogs. Sorry, also, I want to shower, but I'm worried. Okay, I'll come help. I'm all done and headed home. How are you feeling? Same. Belle's making grilled cheese. Thanks, Belle. I'm all done here and headed home now. I would like another blessing tonight if there's someone who could help. They were part of the LDS church. Okay, I'm sure we can find someone. You don't have to miss work today. We don't have anywhere to go today and the girls will be fine and I will be fine. I'm starting to think I'm just sick and this is part of it. I'm going to try my popcorn and Dr. Walker this morning and we'll see what we can do. He said, I'm not sure your popcorn will do much, but you're welcome to try it. Oh my word. Then she said, PCP, I may just have Belle take me to urgent care this morning. I should have had you do that yesterday. The ER is useless. Sorry. No, you're fine. It did help us rule out a lot of other scarier things, so I'm glad we did it. She said, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I had a sinus infection and didn't really even notice because I get so used to them and it turned into an inner ear infection. That's why it felt like it came on all of a sudden. He says, let's hope. So how are you feeling compared to yesterday now that you're up and moving around? She says, same. He says, geez, I'm not sure what you were expecting. I don't think this is a sleep thing. And he says, I don't know either. I was hoping that maybe the worst of it is behind us and you were going to start feeling better over time, I guess. What? Anyway, I will literally sit here all day going over these messages again because it's just like all of it is just jaw on the floor. I can't believe it's actually, I think he was enjoying this, you know, that while his wife was suffering, he wanted to know all about it. He wanted to know all about her symptoms, how she was feeling, how she was doing, like what's happening now? How does your body feel now? What are you seeing now? Oh my word, that's just so sickening. Wow. Okay, so let me just quickly check one more thing here, which the mistress breaks silence. Is it this? Let's look at this quickly. Thank you for sending this to me, everyone. You see, there's a few emails with it. I really appreciate that. Let's see what this one said quickly. Sorry, I'm going to move myself over again. The Colorado dentist mistress breaks her silence. This was in July. I think we saw this. Didn't we see this? The alleged mistress of a Colorado dentist accused of poisoning his wife, okay, with arsenic-laced protein shakes has broken her silence as the judge is set to decide whether the man will go on trial for a murder. And of course, they want me to register before I can read it. And that's so annoying. So thank you. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to link it as well in the description box. And then you guys check it out and let me know if we watched it together before. Because I think we did. Because it is from July. Yeah, I think we did. I wonder how she's feeling now. Please testify against him. Let him go. No, just think. I hope she learns a lot more about him and his previous alleged affairs and what he's accused of doing to his wife. You know, if he did that to her, he could do it to you. He's not a good guy at all. Wow, Rob says, I hope the mistress testifies. Yes, me too. So that is the update. I will let you know if anything more happens, because with this guy, you just don't know. You got to the whole time, like, keep looking. What is he doing now? What is he up to now? He's been up to mischief since at least April of this year. And now he's managed to completely cancel his own trial. December 16th, he's supposed to be back in court. Hopefully he'll have I'm guessing he's going to get a public defender again or what. We shall see. I will keep you posted, as I say. If you are watching Court TV today, I'm going to be on at 9 p.m. Eastern with Vinny on Vinnypolitan Investigates, talking about Madeline Soto's case. So they're still talking about it, keeping the case in the spotlight. I'll be over there answering some questions. You can go to courttv.com, the website, and click Watch Live. Okay? So I hope to see you there. Obviously, I can't see the chat or something when I'm there, but I hope you guys are there with me, because I'm always pretending that I'm talking to you. So thank you. Thank you so much all for being here for this update. As I say, I hope to see a new trial date. Yeah, let this not take forever, because of course, poor Angela's family. Angela deserves justice. Oh my goodness. And her poor family being put through all of this, right? This could take a long time. And normally trials could take a long time to get going, but he's doing all of this to cause these delays. That's even worse. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, mods. And I'll see you all again very soon. Stay safe.